My name is Samad Tolukbay. I'm a journalist, researcher, and descendant of great nomads. My ancestors had wandered through these steppes for centuries, followed their herds in search of the best pastures. The cattle was always their main capital. What are they now? The descendants of the great cattle breeders. The school of nomads, studying the past, creating present in order to build the future. It is known that Kazakhstan is famous for its animal husbandry. Here since ancient times, camels, horses, and sheep have been successfully raised. In today's Kazakhstan, cattle breeding plays a leading role in the livestock sector. Breeding of cattle in particular originates from the 19th century. At that time, there was a massive resettlement of Russian peasants to the territory of modern Kazakhstan. Over time, the nomadic way of life of some Kazakhs became sedentary. It was then that mass breeding of cattle began. Today, this direction of one of the main in the agricultural sector. Dairy cows are now raised in every region, in every aul. That is why cow milk products are constantly present in the ration of Kazakhstani people. This time, I went to the Turkestan region, where dozens of different farms successfully breed dairy cows and herd bull. First of all, I decided to visit one of the leading farms in the region. It is located 50 kilometers from Shymkent. Look at these hangars. I admit it is difficult to believe that they are cowsheds. Here, both in winter and in summer, with the help of a special ventilation system, a similar temperature, comfortable for cows, is maintained. Water is given to animals automatically. Yes, there is even a special device for the cows to scratch their backs. But most of all, I was surprised by this nice robot assistant. Moving through the barn, it lays hay for the cows. You can also hear the cries of birds of prey periodically. I did not immediately understand where the sounds are coming from. It turned out that they emanate from the loudspeakers installed on the farm. In this way, the farmers chase away the sparrows, the pigeons from the cows' feeders, and the hunger with food supplies. Our farm is a fully automated farm, milking cows robots. Thus, one operator controls 120 cows. The robot feeds the animals too. We minimized human presence. Of course, this is the 21st century, the modern world of high technology. I support the development, but I still would like that there would be more jobs for people, not for robots. We have a special care for the cows. Special feeds are created. The milk production of our cows is greater than that of those who are bred in a pastoral manner. Now in the region, there are 37,000 livestock of pedigree cattle. Of these, 28,000 milk directions. There are about 850 farms in the region, of which 30 are large. Most of the farms are located in Sayram district. Since there may not be enough for all grazing lands, farmers create such farms and produce milk. Yes, livestock in the region is developing actively. Cows are bred not only on such farms, but also in the usual pasture way. So I went to the local pastures. Cows are bred here not only by large farms, but also small farms, as well as local residents. Every family here has at least one cow. Last year, our region produced 726,000 tons of milk. Of these, only 5% are obtained here on such large peasant farms. The remaining 95% are small farms and private owners. Now the state has created all the conditions for farms which raise cattle. Both small farms and simple villagers can send their milk to enterprises, where they will later produce various dairy products. As a rule, milk trucks of such plants collect milk every morning from all the nearby villages. This is beneficial for dairy producers and owners of cows. One of these industries is located near Shymkent, in the village Akbulak. I went there. At this enterprise, they make an excellent number of various sour dairy products. Hello. Hello. How are you? Good. How are you? Thank you. Fine. I am studying the development of animal husbandry in our country. After all, we're descendants of nomads. And today, I came to the south of country. I've already visited various livestock farms. I saw that cattle breeding is most developed in the region. And this is not only meat, but also milk, from which I know you produce a lot of tasty and healthy products. Therefore, I came to you. I want to get to know the production more closely today, to try your products. I know that you're focusing on the revival of national products from milk, such as cheese, yogurt. Show me how all this is done. I would like to participate in the production process. Would you like to teach me? Sure, with pleasure. I will become your assistant for a day. Fine. Thank you very much. Then, get started. Kamal Sharavanov was educated in Turkey. And of course you know that this country has a diverse cuisine, including dairy one. The future entrepreneur there became interested in dairy production. At home his father was waiting for him, who was collecting milk in his village and transporting it to the plant in the city. Then Kamal decided to open a small dairy plant right in his village.
Открыли производство мы в 2007 году в ноябре месяце. Конец ноября вот.
We opened production in 2007, in the month of November. By the end of November, we have been working for 11 years. We try to produce the most natural products from whole milk without any additives, without a mixture, without any palm fats, with natural milk. We try to produce natural products for the people. What could be better than natural dairy products? For example, 100 grams of milk contains about 3 grams of protein, as well as large quantities of calcium and phosphorus. Also, cow's milk is rich in vitamins A1, B2, and D. Moreover, in the summer their content increases significantly. Today I will learn to produce natural products. As I said, this company also collects milk from the local population. Early in the morning, milk trucks bring raw materials to the plant. After laboratory research, the main work begins. First, the milk is pasteurized. Today at the Enterprise, according to the plan, is the day for the production of cheese. Fine, I will be able to see the whole process of how white milk will turn into yellow, sticky, and tasty cheese. Nuruddin, pasteurization of milk is over. It is cold. What do we do next? Next we will add a special yeast. 2 grams are enough per ton of milk. These are living bacteria, very useful for the human body. Is this a mandatory process in the production of cheese? Yes, milk is not fermented. Then, let's get started. Just pour and that's it? Yes, just pour. What time are we waiting for? Half an hour. Let's get a look. Today, this small enterprise produces 15 kinds of sour milk products. Of these, 4 varieties of cheese. A distinctive feature of the company is that it is the traditional dairy products inherent in the Turkic kitchen that are reviving here. For example, cheese, the process of manufacturing of which I will observe today is called kashar. This is the favorite cheese of the Anatolian Turks. It looks like a classic yellow cheese. In its manufacture, people use whole milk, salt, and natural yeast. But they don't add preservatives and food additives. The taste of kashar cheese is more creamy and soft compared to white. It looks more like European hard cheeses. Kashar has a plastic consistency, which allows to cut it into thin slices. Cheese is certainly prepared from fresh cow's milk. The technology is simple and unchanged for over 150 years. Cheese is prepared in sterile conditions, after which it matures for at least a month. So the process of making kashar has begun. Cheese is one of the most nutritious products obtained by special processing of milk. In the process of preparation, microbiological, enzymatic, and other processes take place, and as a result, the finished product will have substantial taste and nutritional value compared to milk. This is one of the most delicious and nutritious products, which also has a long shelf life. So our yeast has fermented milk. Will we move on to the next stage? Yes. What will happen here? Here we will separate the whey, which is formed as a result of the ferment of milk. We'll separate whey. Yes, it will go there. The cheese mass will be collected here. When the acidity reaches the required amount, we will begin to melt. Yes, it turns thick. Yes, mass will gather here in this way. I understand. You need to distribute everything here, yes? Yes, all of it. Water pours from there, washes the whey here, and so everything is collected here. It is clear. It seems not difficult. Thus, it is necessary to collect the mass, rinse the water, and lay out into dishes. Well tamp and leave for half an hour. After falling of whey, we begin to cut. The process is not complicated, but it takes time. Friends, now we have to put the cheese mass in this machine. It will cut our cheese here for such pieces. Next, the product will go to an automated machine, which will eventually give us almost ready-made kashar. The most important thing here is to follow the safety rules so as not to hurt your hands. So I proceed very carefully. Let's continue. After that, this huge unit completes the whole process. You should only open the lid and immerse our raw materials there. The device itself will bring it to the desired temperature and will give us a mass of pitch-like resin. We only need to lay out it in form. It is a pity that the camera is not capable of transmitting odors. It smells very tasty. Fragile cheese can be tasted already at this stage. We will put the filled forms in the fridge for 24 hours. But at this stage, the cheese is not quite ready. Kashar will ripen for at least a month. During this time, it will be filled with magnificent aroma and will acquire great taste. How are you? Hello. What do you do here? Here we pack up the finished products. To be more precise, cut off the excess cheese. Do you do it with a knife in hand? Yes, after we send the product to vacuum packaging. So cheese will keep its freshness. Yes. I think the work is not difficult. Yes. Will you teach me? Of course. And I will help you. Deal. It is necessary to level off like this and cut off the excess. Let's try. On this edge. That's right. It should turn out smoothly. That's how you compare it. We won't touch smooth parts. Yes? No, leave them. Cheese consists entirely of boiled milk, separated from whey. That is why the most important food ingredients are concentrated in this product. Kashar contains macro and micro elements useful for the human body. That is why dairy products are an excellent source of energy. For example, cheese has a beneficial effect on the development of a growing organism and strengthens the immune system. In addition, the dairy product is good for eyesight. It strengthens the bones and protects the children's body from such a disease as rickets. Also, cheeses have a positive effect on the digestive system and even strengthen the muscular corset. And so, friends, we pack Kashar cheese. The device is fully automated. We only have enough to serve the cheese. The machine itself will do everything. This is the final stage in production. And then our cheese will be ready to be sent to the stores. In the meantime, I'm getting to work. So I learned how to make real Turkish kashar. In addition to cheese, other dairy products are also produced here. We started to produce exactly kashar from Turkish cheese. It is also produced on whole milk, without any additives, without any flavoring additives. Then we quietly began to produce Turkish cheese. Then the idea came to produce Adigate cheese, to produce Kurt cottage cheese. The local population loves it very much. When producing baked milk, we get Totra. And today, we have more than 15 products and absolutely 100% natural.
Вот. И дальше больше. На сегодняшний день у нас 15 наименований продукции, и абсолютно все 100% натуральные.
Among dairy products, there are some which created by the nomads, and after it is spread around the world. For example, did you know that the word yogurt is Turkish, and this product was invented by our common ancestors?
Сам по себе йогурт.
Yogurt means, in our ancient language, katık. Even the Russians know this. Kazakhs call katık. We also call katık.
Катык. Мы тоже называем катык, в принципе. Катык. Что такое катык?
What is katık? In Europe, it is called yogurt.
Йогуртом почему называют? Потому что
Yogurt does not have any taste, neither salt nor sugar. Fruits, vegetables are added there. Nothing.
никакие фрукты, никакие там не овощи, абсолютно ничего.
If we turn to history, it is known that the Scythians and the nomadic peoples related to them have long transported milk in water skins on the backs of horses. Bacteria got into the product from air and wool. Fermentation took place in the heat, and constant shaking completed the work, turning the milk into a thick sour drink, which did not spoil for a long time, and at the same time retained all its beneficial properties. Guy Pliny first reported about him. He wrote in his Natural History, "Scythians know how to condense milk, turning it into a sour and very tasty drink. This drink was diluted with water for drinking and dried for food, getting something like cottage cheese." And indeed, if you ferment yogurt well, add salt to it, decant all the moisture and dry, you can get a product known to many nomadic peoples called kurt. Did you know that Azerbaijanis call tasty salty balls gurut, Bashkirs korot, Turkmens gurt, and we Kazakhs kurt? And all these words are consonant with the name of the now famous all over the world dairy product yogurt. Over time, the oldest milk and sour products has changed. Now it is more familiar to us as sweet fruit yogurt with various additives. But how useful is it in its modern version?
Срок йогурта 14 дней на самом деле.
The term of yogurt is 14 days. In fact, this is the maximum term of 14 days. But today we notice on the shelves there are yogurts, the shelf time of which are a month, 2, 3, 5 months.
Добавляется, удлиняют им жизнь, но на самом деле консерват.
The additive prolongs the life. A preservative, the word conserve means cancer. All additives are chemicals that are added to dairy products, and not only dairy products, in principle, they cause scary illnesses. Today, exploring cattle breeding, I learned a lot of new and useful things about milk. Kazakhs called all dairy products ak. That means white. There is even a saying, "He who has white is happy." Or hear the wishes, ak molbolsun, which means, "May we have more white." All this suggests that my ancestors, since ancient times, valued milk, be it cow, camel or mare, appreciated primarily for the benefit. I would very much like that in the modern world, our enterprises would strive to produce only natural products from milk.